Okay, so this next stitch is called a chain stitch, and it's called a chain stitch because it has different links. It's a little bit more decorative than some of the other stitches that I've shown. So how you're going to start doing this can be used for borders, for lines, it could be used for filling in. There's a lot of things that you can do with this, but what you need to do is you need to first start out from the back to the front, like we always do. Pull it all the way through into your knot catches. Now you're going to take your needle back through the hole that you just came through. Okay, you're going to bring it down. And what's going to happen when you're doing that, you're going to have a loop of your yarn left. Don't pull it all the way through or else the yarn's just going to come all the way out. So now I have a loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating my chain link with this loop. So I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to decide how big I want my chain link to be. So I'm going to poke my needle through the front depending on how big I want it to be. So let's say I want it to be about this big. So you see that I have the loop going around my needle. That's what I'm wanting. I'm wanting my needle to come through the loop, and I'm going to pull, 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 and you will see that you will start to create a little link. Okay, the next thing you'll do is you're going to repeat the process of going down into that hole. Your yarn just came out. Pull it through until you create a loop with your yarn. Remember, don't pull it all the way through. And then you're going to want to come back through your yarn, or I'm sorry, through your burlap, about the same distance that you did your first loop, through the loop. And I'm going to pull it through. And I'm going to continue to pull, 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 pull. This is where we need to just be careful that we're pulling it properly. And then we have another link. So I'm going to repeat this process by going back into the hole. Got my loop. I'm going to figure out how big. And again, this can go in all different directions. It doesn't have to make a straight line. You can make it wavy, spiral, however you want it to. You want it to be a border going around your burlap, you could do that. But if you're gonna do this too, you need to think about how much yarn you're going to be using, because this requires quite a bit of yarn. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a nice amount when you're doing it. So now I have 4 little chain links. Go back through and do a few more. Don't forget about that loop. Come through and pull, pull, pull. Go back through. Put my loop over here so I'm not messing that up. Keep track of it. Put my needle through, pull, pull, pull. Now if I wanted to stop at this point, I would want to anchor this down and I want to end up in the back. I don't want to end up in the front. So I just simply take right next to where I ended and go towards the back, and now it's anchored down. And this is a chain stitch.